This is Nightline.
Tonight, a stunning verdict in the Kim Kardashian heist. 9 years after the robbery that shocked the world, retelling the harrowing events on her own show.
I'm like, are we going to die? Are they going to kill us?
Tonight, we learn the fate of the robbers. Plus, Scott Peterson, the shocking petition seeking to overturn his 2004 conviction for killing his pregnant wife, Linsey.
Scott was convicted on what I always called he didn't act right evidence, not on real evidence.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Scott Lee Peterson, guilty.
The case that gripped the nation, now more than 20 years later, claiming they arrested the wrong man.
This case cries out for further investigation.
Could he walk free? And fashion police.
If lovingness is wrong, I don't want to be right.
Nikki Campbell, the white-hot influencer on red carpet looks that wow.
I have no words for how good this is.
And Bomb.
Flop. We flopped.
His funny, blunt style earning the nickname the Joan Rivers of TikTok. The legend's daughter on why she thinks he's worthy.
He gets it.
Plus, the Piano Man's surprising announcement why he canceled the rest of his tour.
From ABC News headquarters in New York, this is Nightline.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Stephanie Ramos. Tonight, a verdict in the Kim Kardashian heist trial in France, where 10 days ago, the reality superstar took the stand, describing being robbed at gunpoint and fearing for her life.
Justice has been served, it's now done. She can now move on with her life and think of other things.
Kim Kardashian's lawyer speaking after a stunning verdict in Paris. 8 of the robbery suspects found guilty and 2 acquitted. In a statement, Kardashian saying, "While I'll never forget what happened, I believe in the power of growth and accountability and pray for healing for all. I remain committed to advocating for justice and promoting a fair legal system." Tonight, all defendants walking free with time served, including the alleged ringleader who had entered Kardashian's room, helped tie her up at gunpoint, and robbed her. Back in 2016, the reality star was constantly photographed while in the City of Lights for Fashion Week. At the same time, she was documenting her expensive jewelry and lavish trip on social media, showing off a 20-carat ring gifted by her then-husband Kanye West. Kardashian posting this Snapchat from her exclusive luxury rental apartment just hours before the alleged heist. Fast forward 9 years to the trial, the 44-year-old came to court and tearfully recounted how frightened she was when 2 of the robbers appeared in her room, saying, "I was certain that was the moment that he was going to rape me. I absolutely did think I was going to die." Another victim, the building's concierge, Abdirahman Watiki, who was also held at gunpoint, stunned by the lenient sentences.
Sir, I'm like speechless.
The prosecution has 10 days to appeal. We turn now to the latest development in the case that has commanded the spotlight since the early days of true crime stories. Scott Peterson, convicted more than 2 decades ago for murdering his pregnant wife, Linsey, is asking the court to review his conviction. Here's ABC's Matt Gutman with another look at this case.
I certainly have never wavered in my belief that he is innocent. Scott was convicted on what I always called he didn't act right evidence, not on real evidence.
Mark Garagos, the heavyweight defense attorney who has defended the likes of Michael Jackson, Chris Brown, and the Menendez brothers, again throwing his support behind Scott Peterson, the man convicted in 2004 of killing his wife and unborn child.
My hope for this petition is that Scott finally gets exoneration.
Now, Peterson speaking out again from behind bars in a bombshell petition newly filed by the Los Angeles Innocence Project seeking to overturn his conviction. In his own words, Peterson writing, "It is important to me that whoever killed my wife and son be found and held accountable." Adding, "It's also important to me that I clear my name and my family's name because I did not and could never harm or kill my family." It's the latest attempt by Peterson, now 52, to get a second look at his case. In a nearly 900-page petition to the California Courts of Appeal, the Los Angeles Innocence Project calling the prosecution's case against Peterson entirely circumstantial, saying no direct physical or forensic evidence was found supporting any part of the prosecution's theory. Instead, they claim to have new evidence that could unravel the prosecution's timeline and prove Laci died weeks after they say she disappeared. The case shocking the nation and setting off a firestorm of interest.
The public has not lost its interest in this case in the 20 years since.
In the decades that Peterson has been in prison, Laci's disappearance and death have continued to fascinate the country, inspiring dozens of documentaries, books, podcasts like Crime Weekly.
He does have a good shot at proving that he didn't really get a fair trial.
TV shows like The Perfect Husband.
No, they're questioning me like I'm a suspect. But that's what they do.
And the 2024 Netflix doc-series American Murder, Laci Peterson, told through Laci's family's eyes.
She left her husband, she trusted her husband, and he betrayed her.
Laci's family did not respond to requests for comment. Laci Peterson was 27 and 8.5 months pregnant when she went missing on Christmas Eve in 2002.
How can I help you?
Yes, my daughter's been missing since this morning. She's 8 months pregnant. She took her dog for a walk in the park. The dog came home with just a leaf shock.
The day his wife went missing, Scott told friends he was going golfing, but later told authorities it was too cold, so he went fishing instead, heading out into San Francisco Bay, over 80 miles from home.
Laci Denise Peterson is 8 months pregnant. She's considered a high-risk missing person under suspicious circumstances.
When a mistress surfaced a few weeks later, investigators began zeroing in on Peterson as their lead suspect.
Scott told me he was not married. We did have a romantic relationship.
In April of 2003, the bodies of Laci and their son Connor were found washed ashore not far from where Peterson said he'd been fishing on Christmas Eve.
There is no question in our minds that the unidentified female is Laci Peterson. The unidentified fetus is the biological child of Laci and Scott Peterson.
Laci Peterson's husband now in custody.
Scott Peterson has been arrested.
Peterson was charged with 2 counts of murder.
We're breaking into programming to bring you the verdict in the Scott Peterson murder trial. A jury has just convicted him of murder.
It took the jury 9 days to find Peterson guilty of first-degree murder for Laci and second-degree murder for Connor.
We, the jury, in the above entitled cause, find the defendant, Scott Lee Peterson, guilty of the crime of murder of Laci Denise Peterson.
Back then, investigators had testified about a break-in in a nearby home on December 26, 2002, a point of contention for Peterson's new defense.
The timeline is important, right? The prosecution had argued that the burglary had happened a day and a half, 2 days after Laci went missing. The defense is now arguing they can show that that burglary happened on the same day that Laci went missing.
In the petition, they claim a witness overheard a conversation among the burglars about Laci confronting them during the burglary that they want considered in the case. And the LA Innocence Project shows a re-examination of the autopsy for Laci's unborn son shows he dies days, even up to a week after police say Scott murdered her on Christmas Eve.
The defense's argument that the unborn child was alive after Scott Peterson went fishing requires you to believe that Laci Peterson stumbles upon a burglary. Burglars then decide to kidnap her and wait until they find out where Scott Peterson had been and then dump her body there later.
The LA Innocence Project also saying the prosecution suppressed evidence from a burnt-out van near the crime scene, which they say contained evidence of bloodstains on a mattress, bloodstains that they hope to have tested for DNA. The police did not respond to requests for comment, and the DA declined to comment.
This case cries out for further investigation, further forensic investigation, including DNA testing of physical items that may lead to exculpatory evidence and or leads to possible suspects.
At a hearing last May, the LA Innocence Project argued to test 14 pieces of evidence for DNA, including that mattress with its stains Peterson joined via Zoom from Mule Creek State Prison. Other DNA test requests included several items found in a plastic Target bag near the bodies of Laci and their unborn son Connor, a hammer and work glove found across the street, and a piece of duct tape found on Laci's pants with human DNA present. The state of California arguing in part that Peterson is on another baseless fishing expedition, and saying that the conviction should stand.
He has to show the evidence. He has to come forward with actual evidence, with actual facts, not speculation.
To retest evidence at this point, you have to be able to show that there's something quite substantial that's new that could actually show innocence. Because, look, in theory, every defendant who's convicted would say, oh, I want new testing and I want new testing, in the hope that they could get something. There has to be a line in the law.
The judge did hand Peterson a small win after rejecting all but one request, the duct tape found on Laci's body.
They tested a piece of tape, and so far we don't know what the results are.
In their latest petition, the LA Innocence Project once again asked to have the mattress stains tested because they say their supposed new evidence is showing a direct link between the Medina burglars, the orange van, and Laci Peterson confronting the burglars, and there is a reasonable probability Laci Peterson was in that orange van. They also argued, again, to have the plastic Target bag tested because those items could yield probative evidence and help identify the perpetrator of the crimes for which Peterson was wrongly convicted.
The LA Innocence Project wants the public and the courts to focus on other evidence, meaning not the evidence that was actually presented against Scott Peterson, but another possible theory that they wish had been taken more seriously as a possible cause.
Now, an eager public and Peterson himself again waiting.
Can't tell you how valuable it is to have groups or organizations like that that take cases that at one point seem rather hopeless, and they do the good work to try to uncover the truth.
This case has already worked its way through the courts, and Scott Peterson has lost. He's lost his appeals apart from getting the death penalty off the table. The problem for them is, even at best, their new evidence would lead to questions. Their new evidence doesn't prove anything.
Our thanks to Matt. When we come back, meet the social influencer whose funny, blunt style has earned him the nickname the Joan Rivers of TikTok. Plus, Billy Joel's startling announcement. The Piano Man revealing what he says forced him to cancel the rest of his tour.
And you got us feeling all right.
Welcome back. While most of us watch for the looks on award show red carpets, the social media fashion influencer some call the Joan Rivers of TikTok judges them, some more favorably than others. We revisit Nightline co-anchor Juju Chang getting her own fashion grade.
From actor of Timothée Chalamet.
This is a little Givenchy creation.
To Wicked star Ariana Grande.
This is Schiaparelli by Daniel Roseberry. I'm so honored to be wearing it.
Red carpet fashions often grabbing as much attention as the winners themselves.
He has done it again. Wow. At least he threw on a brooch. This deserves an Oscar.
And judging it all from the sidelines is Nikki Campbell, the viral arbiter of good taste.
Do I love it? No. I like this a lot. He's usually way more fun than this.
A rising fashion influencer with a fan base that includes some of Hollywood's biggest stars.
I was a little bit bored at my job, frankly, and then I kind of just impulsively made a TikTok one day that instantly hit.
Literally stunning. Pretty. Boring but hot. So ugly.
No way. After going viral, he's been serving up hot takes on celeb style ever since.
If loving this is wrong, I don't want to be right.
The glam team put their back into this one. I think this is iconic.
Nikki Campbell is great because he's like everyone else who's watching at home from their couch. It's quick, it's quippy, it's funny, and in a lot of cases, it's what everyone else is thinking when they're watching these looks in the first place.
Campbell's signature snap judgments, the perfect fit for award season.
I have no words for how good this is. Flop. We flopped. 10 across the board.
It's almost like one word association.
Yes. When you have a red carpet like the Oscars, where you want to see all the looks at once, and I would see these people doing this commentary, and they would cover maybe like 4 or 5 of the looks, and I was like, "That's it? You know, what else? Give me something else."
And yet there are times when you're kind of mean too.
I'm passionate about fashion, and I let those opinions be known. And you know, you're just not going to like everything that you see. You know, it's not normal.
Some even dubbing him the Joan Rivers of TikTok. The late comedian, famous for asking on the E! Network,
Who are you wearing? Who are you wearing? Who are you wearing? The Joan Rivers of TikTok. How does that hit you?
Crazy. I mean, a huge honor because Joan was one of the people that I watched and admired growing up. Obviously, she's had such immense influence on the red carpet and really was kind of like one of the first people to see the connection between fashion and entertainment. She opened it up to new audiences.
I love that he gets it. She did open it up to so many more generations because her career was so long. But it makes me feel really good that she's getting the love from the next generation that she deserves.
You've been able to cut through. Yeah. And that's impressive.
Yeah. Oh, thank you so much.
No, it's a hard business.
Campbell's sometimes biting commentary is grounded in his hard-earned fashion chops, the 28-year-old graduating from one of the nation's top design schools.
New York, Parsons, School of Design. Talk about Mount Olympus.
I remember doing like a lot of research and just, you know, who are the main designers, who are the editors, who are the creative directors, like where did they go to school? So I kind of just went home one day to my parents and I was like, I'm going to New York, I'm going to Parsons, I'm going to work in fashion.
And he did, spending time at Vogue and the Council of Fashion Designers of America. Growing up, Campbell says he always had an eye for style.
I remember being always very distinct about what I wanted to wear. I was very relentless and possibly annoying. Hard to imagine.
I took a risk asking him to review a few of my own red carpet looks.
So this was the White House Correspondents' Dinner. What do you think?
You know what, the silhouette is great. I think the floral's a little too floral.
Oh yeah, how about this one?
This is amazing.
Okay.
This is what you should wear every day.
Are you gagged?
I am officially gagged.
We are also gagged. Juju always stuns. Our thanks to Juju. When we come back, we switch gears. Billy Joel abruptly canceling his tour dates.
I took the good times.
The health crisis that Just the Way You Are singer says he's battling.
I'll take you just the way you are.
And finally tonight, Billy Joel's stunning announcement.
It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. The regular crowd shuffles in.
The Piano Man revealing he's been diagnosed with a rare brain disorder causing problems with cognitive function like thinking, reasoning, and even walking. After he lost his balance and fell during a show in February, the 76-year-old singer announced a 4-month break from touring, writing, "While I regret postponing any shows, my health must come first." Tonight, canceling the remainder of his tour and says he looks forward to hitting the stage as soon as he can. We wish the Piano Man well. That's Nightline. You can watch all of our full episodes on Hulu. We'll see you right back here at the same time Monday. Thanks for staying up with us. Good night, America.